Hello and welcome back to the Microlearning Institute. In this short tutorial we look at the growth share matrix by the Boston Consulting Group and we assess its suitability for assessing our product portfolio. The BCG matrix is a framework created by the Boston Consulting Group and the purpose is to evaluate the strategic position of the business brand portfolio and its potential. The BCG matrix, it classifies business portfolio into four categories based on their industry attractiveness or the growth rate in that particular industry and the competitive position, i.e. the relative market share within that industry. The general purpose of this analysis is to help understand which brands or products the firm should invest in and which ones should be divested. Visually, the BCG matrix is presented as follows. Firstly, along the x-axis we have the market share, again, which ranges from what they notionally call low to high. And on the y-axis we have the market growth rate, again calibrated between low and high. The BCG matrix then categorizes four categories of product within these axes. And we can see that products which are deemed to have a low market share and a low relative market growth are termed dog products. Products which have a high market share but a low market growth are termed cash cows. Products which have a high market share and also a high growth rate are termed star products, whereas products which have a low market share but are in an industry where the market growth rate is high are termed question mark products. Let's look first at the concept of relative market share. Higher corporate market share results in higher cash returns. This is because a firm that produces more benefits from higher economies of scale and the experience curve, which results in higher profits. Nonetheless, it is worth noting that some firms may experience the same benefits with lower production outputs and lower market share. Let's look at market growth rate, and this is high market growth rate means higher earnings and sometimes profits, but it also consumes lots of cash, which is used as investment to stimulate further growth. Therefore, business units that operate in rapid growth industries are cash users and are worth investing in only when they are expected to grow or maintain market share in the future. Now let's look at what the BCG matrix categorizes as dogs. Dogs hold low market share compared to competitors and they operate in slowly growing market segments. In general, they are not worth investing in because they generate low or negative cash returns. Some dogs may be profitable for long periods of time and they may provide synergies for other brands or strategic business units or simply act as a defense to counter competitors' moves. Therefore, it is always important to perform deeper analysis of each brand or strategic business unit to make sure that they are worth investing in or have to be divested. Strategic choices for our dog products are retrenchment, divestiture, or liquidation. Next, let's look at cash cows. And cash cows are the most profitable brands and should be milked to provide as much cash as is possible. The cash gained from cash cows should be invested into stars or question marks to support their further growth. According to the growth share matrix, corporates should not invest into cash cows to induce growth, but only to support them so that they can maintain their current market share. Cash cows are usually large corporations or large business units that are capable of innovating new products or processes which may become new stars. If there would be no support for cash cows, they would not be capable of such innovations. The strategic choices, if we have a portfolio which contains cash cows, include new product development, diversification, divestiture, or retrenchment. Next, let's look at the star product category from the BCG matrix. Star products operate in high growth industries and they maintain high market share. Stars are both cash generators and cash users. Stars are the primary units in which the company should invest its money because stars are expected to become cash cows and to generate positive cash flows in the future. Not all stars, however, become cash cows. This is especially true in rapidly changing industries where new, innovative products can soon be outperformed by new technological advancements. So a star, instead of becoming a cash cow, becomes a dog. Strategic choices, if we possess a portfolio of products which contains stars, include vertical integration. This is combining in one firm two or more stages of production normally operated by separate firms. Or horizontal integration. This is acquiring competitors in the same industry doing the same stage of production. Or market penetration, or market development, or further product development. Question marks should hold low market share in fast growing markets, consuming large amounts of cash and incurring financial losses. Question marks should hold potential to gain market share and become a star, which would later, of course, become a cash cow. Question marks do not always succeed, and even after large amount of investments, they struggle to gain market share and they eventually become dogs. Strategic choices, if we possess a portfolio which has question marks, include market penetration, market development, product development, and divestiture. The BCG matrix is criticised for a number of reasons. Firstly, growth share analysis has been heavily criticised for its oversimplification and its lack of useful application. Businesses using the BCG can only be classified to 4 quadrants, and it can be confusing to classify a strategic business unit that falls right in the middle of some quadrants. Also, the BCG matrix does not define what the market is. Businesses can be classified as cash cows while they are actually dogs, and vice versa. Further limitations is that the BCG matrix does not include other external factors that may change the situation completely. Market share and industry growth rate are not the only factors of profitability. Besides, high market share does not necessarily mean high profits. A final limitation of BCG analysis is that it denies that synergies between different units can exist. Dogs can be as important as cash cows to businesses if they help to achieve competitive advantage for the rest of the organisation. Thank you very much for watching this short tutorial on the BCG Growth Share Matrix from the Micro Learning Institute.